Hey guys, we're back with Everlasting Summer, and yeah, we're doing the Oyana route. In case you're not caught up or something, I don't know. Day 7, or last day. Probably there are worse things in life than falling asleep while being cuddled by a little girl. Now the door is open and our men jump towards us. Can't make out what they're screaming, but their intentions are clearly far from being good. That's good at all. Rather embarrassed or even ashamed. Wait, what? When I opened my eyes, it took me some time to realize where I actually was. All this dark around, only the dim light was gleaming from below the door. One of them a storage room without windows. Although obviously it's the way it should be, but why on earth would anyone bring a TV set and a VCR here? I've cursed the architects of this building in my mind and then shook Oleana by her shoulders. Come on, get up now. She stretched as we were lying together. I couldn't see her sleepy eyes in the dark. What? Let me sleep. Oleana tried to turn away, but I firmly grabbed her shoulder with my hand. I don't know what time it is, but anyways, it would be reasonable for us to get out of here. Not now, later, she whispered through her sleep. I said, wake up, come on. I jumped up and easily brought her to her feet. Oh my god! Oh god! Pronounced Oleana with frustration in her words. I started to look for a light switch, but suddenly heard footsteps outside the door. My heart sank. Why so early? We have a truckload of work to do. No time to waste. You know that we have to do it all before the departure. Alright, fine. Looks like the two amped up cybernetics are to pay a visit to the clubhouse before the break of dawn today. Shush! Whispered to Oleana. What's the... She hasn't managed to finish her phrase as I piped her down with my hand. Well, I understand everything, but we might as well at least wait for after the breakfast. Okay, you have something else to do? Not really. You know, I feel like this has happened before on this route. You know, it happened in the library. I heard some hesitation in Electronic's voice. Sure that you're off to the library bright and early again? Not a slightest intention. He replied fretfully. Oh yeah, sure, you're telling me. Soon the work kicked off behind the door. I could hear hammer strikes, machine and startle and mechanisms puzzle. Electronic and Shurik were discussing the matters, so I wasn't paying much attention. I was more interested in knowing when they leave the building. Rather soon, breakfast time is coming. But if we take Shurik's passion in consideration... Let go of me! Oleana finally wrestled her away, but hasn't raised her voice after all. Why can't we just leave? She asked under her breath. What do you think? It's all fine? What's the problem? Well, we spent the whole night here together. They would obviously think that as I've closed the outer door in the forethought. So? What's so? I tiredly sighed. Just trust me. I know that it doesn't matter to you, but it does for me. Okay, fine. We'll keep staying here. Okay, Oleana resentfully. I wasn't ready to wait for a long time, but exactly a couple minutes later, the front door opened and somebody came in. Good morning, guys! Morning. You too. It was Slavia. I just wanted to ask you if you happen to have any sticky tape. We do, somewhere. No, not in here, replied Shurik thoughtfully. Oh, take a look in the back room. No, don't! Those words made me feel goosebumps, but I grabbed the door handle stranglehold. Slavia approached the door from the opposite side and tried to pull it open, but I was stretching all out against the door with all my physical strength. It's locked. It can't be. We never locked down that room. Let me try. Shurik yanked the door handle, but nothing happened. It took all my effort to hold it steady. It's stuck. Give me a hand here. Oh, no. In a few moments, they tried to open the door together with Electronic. I grasped the handle as if my whole life depended on it. Anyhow, this was a short struggle. My hands would quickly let up and I gave up. The door slammed open and the bright sunlight landed on me. So I couldn't see started faces of Shurik, Electronic, and Slavia for the first few moments. Hi, good morning. Hey, how's it going, guys? What's up? Morning. Oleana was standing behind me, so I couldn't see her, but I felt embarrassment in her voice. What are you doing here? Asked Shurik, almost as if he wasn't surprised. Well, to tell you the truth, we were watching a movie. Oleana brought a tape, and you have a VCR here. Shurik was stressfully staring in the depths of the back room. I gave Oleana a slight poke, and she got the message and displayed the tape. What's the movie? A barely visible grin crossed Electronic's face. Just a regular film. Thriller. Latest thriller. And I imagine what he and others were thinking right now. That overwhelmed me with age. And if you think that's nothing like that, no. That's all my fault. Nobody's accusing you of anything, said Slavia without looking at me. At least one sensible person among all present here. Yet. She added under her breath. What? Everything was exactly as he's telling you. Oyana entered the talk. We were just watching a film and then fell asleep again so late. We didn't think anything. A stupid situation, common enough. Electronic tried to pull off with a jest. Okay, thanks guys, you're understanding. This isn't like your typical harem anime where everybody, what's the word, like there's a word for it, but I guess, like jumps to conclusions. What's the word, I can't think of it, but you know what I mean. I think Olga will be the judge here. Slavia said in a cool voice. Hey wait, why leave this to the camp leader? How else? We see we're telling the truth. I'm not the judge. Come on, Slavia, come on. You have seen everything with your own eyes. Camp leader is to decide. Said Slavia quietly and turned herself to go. Just wait, come on. Don't be this way. I appeared before the door in a single swoop and blocked her way. Listen, this is none of my business. Slavia is trying to avoid my gaze. Yeah, none of your business, so don't tell her. Seems like she's also uncomfortable about this situation. I'm just obliged to. Who are you obliged to? Is it obliged or obliged? Like, I think it's obliged. What do you need to do with all this? Because she's unable to find the word to finish. So you don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to tell anyone. No, she said she nervously, but then raised her head and gave me an intense gaze. Sorry, Semyon. Never forget the fallen hero, Semyon. Sometime in the late 70s to the 80s, 2015. Just leave her. Well, actually, this is the 80s. Never mind. I turned my head to Oyana. The fraction of a second was enough for Slavia to slip away from the clubhouse. Wait, just wait! I yelled to her, running, but this had no effect. Pursuing Slavia in a futile attempt to prevent her from going to the camp leader made no sense. If she intends to, I cannot tie her up. She can't prove anything anyways. Oyana chuckled. Who cares if she can prove anything or not? Don't you understand what's your role in all of this? In any situation, with your participation, guilty side is known in advance. Moreover, in such a case, well, we're responsible together then. She spoke truthfully. Exactly. Left the building and sat on the stairs. Well, we will be on your side just in case, right, Shurik? Think so. I don't clearly understand what happened there, but presumably nothing that scary. Okay, we're going to lunch. See ya, bros! See you later. Soon we lost sight of them. Let's go eat as well. Oyana said cheerfully. Food is all you think about. Why bother crying? What will it change? Shows right in this approach. We just have to wait for the camp leader's decision. Let's just go, What if she locks me in my room, in the cabin for the next 4 hours, or how long? We headed to the canteen. All the camp gathered for breakfast, except Olga or Slavia. It might be for the best, I guess. What are you thinking about? Oyana asked cheerfully when we took our food and said, same thing. Come on, stop worrying about nothing. Maybe it's nothing for you. Well, really, what's particularly bad about that? Every situation can be interpreted from different angles, and especially if you have a reason. Come on, what can happen? You know our camp leader, she's a bit eccentric. Well, maybe so, but we didn't do anything like that. Anything at all. I hope so. I hope she believes that. My relationship with Oyana improved dramatically lately. Firstly, I only perceived her as a naughty, ill-mannered child, but now I started to see good sides of her character. Although, there weren't that many. And now, when everything just started to work out, the hard conversation with the camp leader got scheduled. Maybe I just dreamt up all that, and Slavia's reaction was caused by unexpectedness. Having your meal? Yeah, hey, how's it going? You should go get some, it's pretty good. Olga was hanging over me. She looked menacingly. Yes? What do you expect? Mind explaining your behavior? We're watching a movie, I'm pretty sure it was Terminator, I'm not really for sure on that, but... Mind explaining what? Well, for example, how you happen to be in the Cybernetics Club utility room? Where did you shake the key? What were you even doing there? I recall the circumstances of obtaining the cursed key. I should speak to Electronic about that. If Slavia told you our version... We were watching a film. Oyana claimed seriously. The whole night? The camp leader asked ironically. Yes, it was a really long one. Then I just fell asleep and Semyon stayed with me. And so there's no chance for you to go to your cabins? Not even a tiny one. What are you going to say? Well, it sounds really stupid, but there's a huge chance, but I fell asleep because I only wanted to close my eyes for a minute, but you expect me to believe that? Yes. Well, that's the truth. I can't accuse you of anything. The game leader started slowly. But on the other hand, all the situation is beyond normal. Pioneers must not behave this way. There's too much discord your vision. We get it. I agree faithfully. I'll do the following thing. Oriana, you're in detention. You'll be staying in your cabin. What to do with you, I'll decide later. But we're here for like the next 6 hours, tops. I looked at Oriana attentively. Contrary to my expectations, she didn't look upset. Clearly, I do not think it is your fault, but to be fair, Kate, you know how to find me in case you need me. She stood up instantly and headed to the exit. Olga didn't even try to stop her. There's always too much trouble with her, and she got you into all this. Whoa! She understands. I don't really get what she got me into, and you seem too harsh on her. Show me another pioneer like her. Oh, that's a nice smile. Can't believe her left. When she receives detentions for misbehavior, that's another story. But here, actually, I don't understand indeed what was going on, but my duty is to look after your moral portrait. And this situation is suspicious. Highly suspicious. It's not suspicious. We were watching a movie. And how long are you going to keep her imprisoned? I don't know. Olga pondered for some time. Today's the departure, but in these circumstances. What departure? I took the word. The term is ending today. This is the last day. What? I can only squeeze out of myself. The last day meaning, I'll finally be able to leave this camp. Maybe in time for my suffering then, and I'll get back to my ordinary reality. Why so sudden? Sudden for who? I talked about a lineup. She has a point. On the lineups I was usually sleeping or looking around. I didn't really listen to the announcements. And at what time? Around 5 o'clock. Don't forget to get ready. I don't have anything to pack. She started up, took a train, and was going to leave. So what's up with Oriana? I don't know yet, I told you. She'll leave later, probably. How's that? Now with everyone? Well, yes. That's mean. Is that normal? I was truly surprised. What if they forget about her? What's wrong with it? I don't know about young, but it's quite strange for sure. Only, I still have work to do. I was digging out my porridge aimlessly, which got cold long ago. Departure, the possibility to get out of here. But on the other hand, Oriana, I felt myself guilty before her. In the end, she was penalized while I, at the same time, wasn't. That's not fair. No, it's like I wanted to share her misery, but I thought that's not fair when she sits there locked up. Well, there's still some time before leaving. It should be quite enough to make the situation clear. First, I decided to talk with Slavia. Hope she's calmed down. I got used to finding Slavia this way, so I went there without any doubts. Why exactly there? Because in this camp, I met her predominantly there. But there wasn't a single soul near the Genda's haven. The Genda... I stood there for a while, looking at the monument, and headed to the library. It makes sense that Xenia could know where her neighbor is right now. After knocking at the door, recalling my previous experience, this was not a useless manner, I came in. Hey! Xenia distracted herself from the book and looked closely at me. What do you want? What's wrong? Why do you react like that? I can't even come in. This is a library. Come on. What, you came here for no reason? No, I came here to read books. What do you think? I doubt you wanted to read something. Well, yes. Classic of Marx-Leninism was my favorite literature. Want to know where Slavia is? What do you want to know? She said that as if she's sure the conversation is over. Thus she proceeded with her reading. Well, since I'm asking, I need to know. She'll be on the pier. Then he answered indifferently. Thanks. Learning on what I wanted to know, I heard out of this malicious stronghold. Yes, Xenia has a tough spirit. At least, I had issues understanding her. On the pier, some pioneers were pulling boats into docks, while others were running around with oars or ropes. Oops. After looking closely, I noticed Slavia, who sat quite far away near the water. Hey, cleaning up? I asked the most neutral question that came to mind. Yep. She answered without turning. Listen, I wanted to talk about Oriana. No! Well, yeah. Honestly speaking, I had no idea what to talk about. Slavia found us in the storage room, got it young, and told everything to the camp leader. Now it's not her concern anymore, if you think about it. On the other hand, it would be a waste of time to talk to Olga now. Maybe I'm just subconsciously want to understand Slavia's motivation, to defend her somehow. So what do you want to say? Well, Oriana got punished. Maybe she won't even leave with us. No wonder. Come on, that's cruel. Like, will she even get food? Like, because I doubt the lunch people, whoever, makes the food is gonna stay. What will she get? Water and candy. Come on. I just wanted to explain to you that nothing special happened. Frankly speaking, I don't know. I just had to tell everything out. So you did. Didn't anyone get better off? I mumbled to myself. Of course, I'm not sure if it was right, she said confusedly. Well, what's done is done. Do you think it's possible to get Oleana free from house arrest? You're worrying about her so much. Stavrit finally looked at me and smiled. Not about her, about justice! Yeah, justice! I found what to answer while being confused a bit. Well, you know how I can't feed her. I do, this much is sure. Just wait, she'll calm down eventually. Yes, I guess that was the best decision. Yes, you're right. I stood near her in silence for some time. Stavrit didn't seem eager to keep on talking. Still, there's some sense of incompleteness. Just taking into account this uncomfortable situation lasted for several hours, I decided to not be a burden. Okay, I'll go then. See ya. She smiled. In the middle of the square, I stopped to think. I spent a lot of time till the departure, and I have nothing to do. Just yesterday, the day before, when it seemed like I was stuck here forever and had loads of time, there's actually a lack of it. I felt an urge to think and act faster. But now I've only got 5 hours left until I leave this camp forever, and I have not the slightest idea on how to spend them. I decided to visit Oleana. After all, if she's not allowed to leave, it doesn't mean I cannot pay her a visit. I knocked gently. You're not welcome here. An angry voice sounded behind the door. I pulled the handle and entered. Hail the captives! Oh, that's you. Oleana said disappointedly. What, am I the only one who here is not welcome? I tried to smile. Why have you came? Well, I think that you got bored here all alone. I'm fine. Where's Alyssa? As you can see, not here. Come on, why are you so angry? In the morning you're in a much better mood. Angry? Me? Not me, that's for sure. You have nothing else to do, so you came here, right? Yeah, my bad. I've sighed theatrically and hung my head. Well, sit down then. I sat on the opposite bed. So tell me anything. Let's come up with a way to prove, Vocal, that we did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. Oleana corrected me. You seem to have nothing to do with it. Okay, let it be. But why? Tricky question. Felt like we swapped roles. I was suggesting a stupid plan while she was the voice of reason. Well, because we did nothing wrong. What's the matter with you, anyhow? I'll just stay grounded for a couple of hours, and that's it. We have to depart soon anyways. She flopped down on the bed and began to stare at the ceiling. Well, sure, but... I tried hard to cheer her up, but it looks like I haven't succeeded so far. Want to do anything, maybe? It's lunchtime already. Taking a glance at the watch. Yeah, right. Here's a job for you. As I mustn't go out, go and bring me something to eat. Sir, yes, sir! I saluted her and hurried out of the cabin. I just did this in real life. Is that natural? Recently, I started to think that finally something has clicked in Oleana's mind. Maybe the punishment had such an effect on her, possibly it was something else. But my attitude to her has changed. Her wrongdoings used to make me feel nothing but irritation, but now there is also an understanding and sort of sympathy. After all, I used to be a child too. Perhaps if one could explain to her what's right and what's not, she might be able to avoid many mistakes. In the canteen, I had an argument with the cook who refused to give me a double serving. However, everyone in the camp already knew that Oleana had been grounded, so eventually the power of persuasion won over the dietary standards. Soon I was sitting in Oleana's cabin and tusking away meatballs with potatoes. Just like the last meal. What are you talking about? Well, every death row prisoner has the right to express the last wish. That's my last wish is a lunch like this. To my surprise, the food was really delicious. What would your wish be? Well, not to be executed. She laughed. You can't. I'd wish for more wishes. Why, if you can wish anything? Well, you do, but within certain limits. It means it's not anything. Well, then it's not anything. Then it's not interesting. I believe it's hardly interesting being a death row prisoner in the first place. I grinned through my teeth. I don't know, never went through that experience. I think I'm gonna call it here, guys. The next part will most likely be the finale, so see you guys then. Bye.